guess Al will start with you. Guys had a lot of chances tonight. Is it just a matter of running into a hot goalie, or is there something you can do when the other guy's playing that well?
I mean, you saw the game. I think, third period, we had 14 scoring chances. We missed the net on a few, but he made some really big saves, as did our goalie. In the second period, they had 10 scoring chances. So it was, one of those games where, one team was going to get the break, and they ended up getting the break. There, 9 players on that team went to the finals last year, and you could tell. Like, they blocked a ton of shots. They cleared their front of the net. We didn't get a whole lot of second, third opportunities, and I thought our guys played a hell of a game tonight. That's probably one of our best games of the season, and we're sitting here talking about a loss when I think we deserved a better fate.
And you went back with Evan again tonight, and you had Patrick ready to go. But I mean, what have you seen from Evan lately that made you think, okay, I want him back in there again?
Sorry, I didn't hear that.
Sorry. You went back with Evan in net tonight. What have you seen from him lately that made you think, okay, I want him going again for me?
Well, I think after the weekend, we get a split, right? I thought he played real well against Niagara. We went into Flint and took 2 points, and he made some real big saves in the third period when Flint was pressing hard, and I think he earned the spot tonight, and he played really well tonight. So we've got a 1A and a 1A minus goalie. We've got 2 goalies that can play, and they're playing well. So it's it's going to be a juggling match to make sure they both stay sharp and keep both of them fresh.
And I guess how does a game like this set you up for tomorrow night in London?
Just gotta keep playing the way we were playing. I thought, let's play off hockey today, and just gotta do the same thing tomorrow. And I think if we play like that consistently, it'll go in our favor more often, and just gotta keep doing what we do.
In the second period, during the power play and onwards after that, the team was playing with more intensity and more power. Where did they fall short? The goals were going on net. What was the problem here?
I don't think there was a problem. Like I said, I thought we played a great game. We probably deserved a better fate. I thought right from the start of the game we were competitive. We were playing fast. We were, it was a good hockey game. Both teams, back and forth, did a lot of the little things right. We had a guy like Chase in the lineup who hasn't played in a while, and our group during practice, they focus on making sure they're ready for games, and it showed tonight. I thought he played really well. He had a couple chances to score and won a lot of puck battles, and most of our guys did. So I can safely go back into that room, and I think every guy in that dressing room can look in the mirror and say, I left everything I had on the ice, and we just came up short tonight.
Oshawa has a group of experienced players. Do you think that has a factor in the team, how the team plays, Sarnia plays against them?
I think it's, like I said, they had 9 players that went to the conference final last year, and they returned. So they either were a part of those wins in the playoffs, or they watched other guys do the little things. So it's, like I said, it's blocking shots, it's clearing the front of the net, it's winning face-offs, boxing out. We're at the point where we have to do it consistently every time we step on the ice. And we've, from day one of camp this year, tonight in Flint, Niagara, we're starting to figure it out. We're starting to get the little details that make a massive difference in the game. It's not about who skates up and down the ice 1,000 miles an hour and can make fancy plays. It's grit, it's determination, it's competitiveness, it's a willingness to sacrifice for your teammates that makes you win.
After a hard-fought game like tonight, what is the message in the locker room? Because they did play so well and they did play so hard.
The message was just, we're going to do the things we need to do to recover, and the attitude we have tomorrow, understand that if we played that way in London, we're going to be in a similar game, and hopefully we come out on top because we get one extra block, or we get that one shot that hits the net and goes in. If you look at all the games in the Western Conference, there's a ton of teams going to overtime. There's a ton of games that are decided by one goal. That's just the way it goes in the Western Conference, and we've got to continue to push like we did tonight. If we play 60-plus games like we did tonight, we'll be very happy with the results.
I'm not sure, how much you notice other players on the ice while you're obviously engaged yourself, but it looked like Ryan Brown out there tonight was like skating like miles out there and was all around the net. I mean, to be fair, he missed the net a couple of times, but what did you think of his performance out there tonight?
I mean, he played great. You saw him moving his feet. He was creating chances back every shift, and that's what he does. That's the type of player he is. He competes, and he just does what he does.
And as far as you're concerned, are you feeling more comfortable out there? As I realize that it's limited action, that sort of thing, but are you sort of getting into the flow a little bit more?
Yeah, definitely. Just take it game by game. You keep getting more comfortable as you go. And you just got to take it shift by shift. And, obviously the speed, it's the OHL. It's one of the best junior leagues in the world. And, just got to keep competing, and you got to keep doing what you got to do.
And Coach, we're 7 games in, so I guess we're technically about 10% through the season now. An early assessment, what do you like about what your club has accomplished, not accomplished, but what they've taken to the ice every night, and what do you think they still have to work on?
I think we're always trying to, work on the finer little details. Obviously, you look at a game tonight, we've got to create some second, third opportunities. That means maybe shooting for rebounds when you're in tighter, a little further out. I thought we missed the net maybe a little bit too much when we were taking those shots, but I think we hit 2 posts, and our power plays looked dangerous. Maybe we don't get the exact results, but we don't lose momentum this year with our power play. And I think Mace has done a great job. The guys that are on it have bought into what we need to do. We're a little bit cleaner on the breakout. We're a little bit cleaner in zone, a little crisper. Our PK is way more aggressive. We're starting to figure out the small details of that. So there's a lot moving forward, and I think it goes back to 2 weeks ago when we started practicing a little bit harder. We started competing against each other a little bit more. We've got guys that are in and out of our lineup just because of the numbers we have, just because of the situation we're in, but they show up every day. Like Chase shows up every day. He was here all last year, and they put in the time. They sacrifice their effort and their I don't know what I'm trying to say, but their effort every day. They're waiting for their opportunity, and they're making sure they're ready for that opportunity. And this year we're starting to see guys that come in the lineup can contribute, and then it's forcing guys that are in the lineup to continue to play well. And like I said, I can't fault anything that happened tonight. We probably in Flint maybe didn't deserve the 2 points in Flint. Maybe against Niagara we deserved a point. So it's all going to work out in the end. But I think as long as we stay this competitive and we stay in this many games, we're going to really like the results. We're going to really like the way that the team steps forward. It's our competitiveness is way higher than it was last year.
Over the past couple of games, you've kind of mixed and matched a little bit. Bax has moved, was on the top line, moved down a little bit. That's that sort of thing. Guys are moving around. You still have Diorio, obviously, to come back into the lineup. When do you sort of, when during the season do you sort of want to have a better handle, I guess, of what the top 9 are going to look like? Was that 20 games into the season, that sort of thing, or is there a number you can kind of pick out?
Yeah, I mean, I think on any given night we have some guys that are maybe in our bottom 6 that are capable of playing in our top 6, and it's just the guys that are going that night maybe get moved up and get that opportunity, and the guys that are maybe they don't have their legs, or maybe they're just a little off, they can still contribute by moving down. So I think as the season goes on, you'd like to find some chemistry with some of your top guys, which I think we have, because we've kept our top 6 fairly close. Like I put Pickle and Wallace and Bax together because they're a line that can play against any team in this league, and they can work the walls, and they can forecheck, and they make it hard for those skilled players to play. And I really liked how they played, and I thought Brownie and Beck and Jack were generating a lot, and then you have Beamer and those lines. So we're a lot deeper than we were last year, and there's a lot of internal competition where guys are capable of moving up the lineup when guys up the lineup struggle a little bit or have those off nights, because at the end of the day we have to remember they're young men that they're still trying to find that consistency and trying to find that pro mentality where they can play the same way every night. And then, you know, you've got guys like Chase and Ryder Simpson and Brenner who are they're just waiting for their opportunity, but day in and day out, they put the work in, and it's real refreshing to be around. It's real refreshing to coach.
Karimov has been out of the lineup the past 3 games. Is that just you're trying to light a fire under him, or is he dinged up a little bit?
He's a little dinged up, and he's real close to being ready to come back. And like I said, when we're this deep, it unfortunately this is the game. You get injured and you get out of the lineup. It's hard to get yourself back in because we've got guys that, like I said, that are competing really hard. So he'll get his opportunity coming up soon, and then everyone else will have to just, you know, keep pushing.
It was nice to see Patrick back on the bench again tonight. Have you made a decision? Will he start tomorrow night in London, or?
I haven't made the decision, but if he goes, he's more than capable, as he's shown up in the Sioux and he's shown before. And it's really nice to see him healthy. He practiced hard all week, so he's available. We'll see how Ev recovers tomorrow. But if I was a betting guy, I'd probably lean that way. But we'll see in the morning how I sleep on it.
Chase, just one last question for you, because we've had this discussion upstairs. Tell us how to pronounce your last name.
Gaughan. So
Gaughan. See, there you go. I was right. Appreciate it, guys. Thank you.